Yeah, boss, we got big problems. You better call that robot, that spot show. It's Spotbot. Breaker 19, anybody got a 20 on that Spotbot? ETA ASAP, over. 5 in the morning. This is what it looks like. Just hammering with rain last night again. Like, it's ridiculous. I haven't had any real sunshine where I could be like out catching some rays, you know, tanning some skin. It's been warm, but I think mostly because it's been so damp out that it's humid. It could be overcast and still suffocating. Like I'm on, I don't know, is that West Coast? What's humid? East Coast? I don't even know. Toronto? That's humid. I've been there. Supposed to go and help out. I'm like, I don't want to help out. It started out yesterday, it was like, okay, be at Black Fault's Total Yard at 8 a.m. for 2 trucks, me and Shane, and then Jimmy and Zach were gonna go be in Rocky Total Yard for 7 a.m. I'm like, finally, I get to sleep in a touch. And then all of a sudden it changed, and now, because I made fun of them in my head, that they had to get up earlier than me, now I gotta go. And I don't know what's happening, because they're like, we're just gonna maybe hold off on hauling tanks, and we're just gonna haul some mats, and then we'll think about tanks. And supposedly it's muddy, and we're supposed to be chaining up. I'm like, I'm not doing 10 trips if I'm chaining up, I'll tell you that. I'll be dragging my heels hardcore all day. Stop for lunch too. Bullshit weather. Why work? But then again, if you waited for a dry day, you probably wouldn't get it done for another month. Like, shit man, it's July. It's supposed to be hot and sunny all the time. Thunder showers every now and then. I haven't had to wash a car all summer because it's been raining so much. The wife was like, oh, I hate this rain. I'm like, just pretend you're living in BC like you always wanted to do. I'm like, welcome to BC and Alberta. Or at least West Coast for like Vancouver Island, Vancouver. I don't know if it rains all the time in Vancouver, but I would imagine your coast down there is still wet. It's pretty humid. That big black cloud right over top of Cyprus. It just washed the truck too. Not that I don't care that I washed the truck, because I just washed like the chrome and the white parts. I didn't really get too intricate because I knew it was just gonna be shitty. But I washed all the soot off the sleeper because I'm tired. I'm just like, man, this thing looks like it's straight off of Mad Max. It looks like shit. I gotta wash this off. Since I bought that jug of dish soap, so I'm like, I'm gonna wash it. Fired up the wash gun, had no tip. Luckily, I seen the tip on the ground in the morning that I went to go to work. For some reason, I don't understand why it was off, but maybe it just finally fell off. It should be thread taped on, and then maybe it wouldn't rattle loose, but whatevs. I found it, and I put it back on. So yeah, we're supposed to be hauling some mats out to Three Hills somewhere. I better not be at least that we did the rail end rig move, that we did the invert tank funnel. I drove up and down that road like 20 times. I'm like, I don't need to go. Well, more than 20 because I did, 7 trips the other day, so that would have been 14. And then I did, it's about 20 times. Some BS, and I'm tired of it. And they calciumed in front of all the houses when we were finally done. Well, that whole day doing the invert tank farm, fresh calcium. Not that I cared, but I didn't want to get it all spraying all over the truck. Anyways, that's what we're up against there, bunch. We're gonna go out and haul some mats. I don't know. Should I skip? I'm like, if I get out there and something's awesome, like we're all stuck and buried, like I could just do like super short clip, I guess. I could do YouTube shorts. I don't know how to do that yet. I haven't done any. But I'd be mad that I didn't like make footage for the rest of the day before I got into that predicament. So here we are.
bygge.
might be asking yourselves, like, wasn't there two of you? Yes, there was two of us. Shane blew a tire by Olds. He had to go into Olds. That guy has got the worst tire luck I've ever seen. Or it might have something to do with we buy the shittiest tires you can buy. I don't know. We're only hauling 5 mats each. Shouldn't blow out that easily, you know what I mean? So one and done for today. It's pretty sloppy in there. We're supposed to haul more mats, more tanks, yada yada yada. I'm probably gonna have to do the whole show. I can see it coming now. Total recall. End of days, totally. Oh, I hate it. But it's work. I just wish it was dry. This rain can just, man, it poured this morning. Poured. But then it wasn't wet when we loaded. So, well, I mean, it was wet, but it wasn't pouring rain. So that was cool. I'm all right with that. I wanted to go the reverse way. So we're going east. That's Linden right there. And then we'll shoot across right to where we did that rig move. That way, instead of just driving back on gravel the other way. It's kind of seems stupid. I guess I probably could have went east. I don't know what happens when you go west on this road, where it comes out. I'm sure you could probably ride this right to highway too. No engine brakes allowed in the hamlet. Oh no, the sign didn't say that. Right on. Must be allowed. Something's loud. Here he come, Linden. But anyways, I'm sure if it dries up, when I say dry, I mean like how it was before when we first went in there and did all that stuff. Who knows? It'd be nice if their trucks were available to do some stuff. Like last time, there was 2 Texas beds. Why am I doing all the work? Would I rather stand tanks or drive back and forth? That's the question. Honestly, I would rather stand tanks and drive back and forth from Black Bolts down Highway 2 the way I go, because we've been driving out here a lot, helping Total, helping Ray Lynn, me doing garbage cans for also the drilling rig sites in the area as well. So like, man, I come out here a lot, and kind of tired of coming out here, but this is the job of a trucker. Some days you just got to keep going in circles, right? Even if it's the same place you just came from. Like if you were, say, hauling logs, even though, and gravel haulers, like you do get to go in different spots, right? Like it's not always the same spot. You probably got, well, you got multiple pits, multiple tree lots. I don't know, I've never done it, but I did ride around with my dad once. They were building Mountain View Drive in Whitehorse. It was where it went from Porter Creek, from like, I think that's 12th Ave, if I remember correctly. And you could take that and go down past Dakini, which was a trailer court, and then it would bring you down right into the industrial park. Where my dad's shop was, basically, to a 4-way stop. You had to hang a left, but it'd bring you right out at the, is that Extra Foods, or is that a Superstore, or something? Beaver Lumber, Quality Rentals, I think it was Quality Rentals. I can't remember, but anyways, yes. So he would take, that's when he had his own truck. Insert picture here as a reminder. He had a gravel truck, and yes, he parked it at the house, which nobody frowned upon. We had 2 empty lots beside us, luckily, so Dad would just roll in with the rig and park there. I don't ever recall him bringing it home loaded, because I used to go out and play on the trailer and stuff, you know, like no touch ground kind of stuff. We had a decent enough size yard for living in town. The yards up there are actually pretty considered bigger than probably, or way bigger than, it's probably like 2 sizes bigger than like a Calgary blue collar yard. Definitely had enough room in there for like 3 houses. And I had a forest on one side. Well, I had forest everywhere. Had a whole green belt behind me and a green belt beside me. I would like take all my dad's stuff and hammer and nails and that corrugated fiberglass yellow see-through stuff that I would make tree for it. I took his 2x4s, I'd take his plywood, hammer nails, and I would just build a tree for it. I would like have wood go in like a triangle around these trees, and then I would just start doing it all by myself when I was like, fuck man, I must have been like 8, 9, 10. I was going to town for a little kid. Then he'd always be like, where's my nails? Where's my hammer? I would go get them. They'd be all rusty. He'd be so mad at me. So you can't leave that stuff out there. You use my stuff, you put it back. Probably one of 2 times I got in trouble. The other time I got brought home in a cop car for doing something. We were messing around at the junior elementary school where I went to school. Somehow we got on top of the roof, and then we proceeded to open the manway on top of the roof and go inside the school when I was like, I don't know, 12. And my dad was home sick, so that was when, just shortly when he was trying to fight cancer and he was home, and then the cop car was bringing me home that night, and I'm just like, oh man, my dad's home. And he didn't hesitate to get up off that bed, and as I was walking down the stairs, I heard the belt loops come out of those Levi's, maybe even Lee's, I don't even know. He was like cowboy style. That was the only time he ever whipped my ass. Didn't even really hurt, but I made it look like it hurt. I'm like, ah, I made it play out. I know he didn't do it hard for a reason, but it wasn't the last time I was in the back of the cop car. But I smartened up after I turned like probably 9. I got away with one more thing after I turned 18. I was like, oh, I'm so screwed, I'm 18. Oh, I should have turned here, I'm an idiot. Damn it. That's a way smoother road. But anyways, yeah, that's a bit of a story lesson there in the history of the childhood of the Spompon. His dad whipped him one time with his belt, and I never held it against him either. It probably hurt his feelings more than it hurt mine. That's what my mom always told me anyways. I believe it. Well, I guess it's on. Just got the text a little while ago. So I'll text you by like 6. 6 rolls around, just finishing editing up video, and I told the wife, I'm like, well, I guess I'm not going to work. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna hang out today. And then text. Yeah, to go, good to go, load tanks, thank you. And here we are. A little bit of a different image today. We got the old one out. Had to go buy a new battery. My freaking $380 Volkswagen battery only lasts me like 2 years. Junk. I've been buying Costco batteries. The rest of my fleet is all Costco batteries, and they've been surprisingly really well. Like some of the batteries are like 6 years old plus. It's still no problem at all. What's going on over there? Got a little bit of late night theft. Doing some copper stealing. Says it's not supposed to rain today. The clouds are different, but we got some Tri-Son. We got some boiler action. Oh, that's a big boiler. And we're gonna go to back out to Three Hills. We're just gonna be shuttling tanks today, I think. So I'll just take footage from all the days and slam them all together when I'm all kind of been my project on the side. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Everything I had to do myself. We redid all the bushings underneath, did the head gasket, rebuilt the head, put in a sport cam. Don't have a header, but it's pretty much straight pipe with a resonator. 2 fart cans out the back. It was already on there actually when I bought it. And it even had underglow too, but I took that off because it kept giving me issues with losing battery and stuff. So it was actually pretty expensive underglow kit because it came with its own little remote and stuff. And it would do all sorts of things. It's pretty sweet if you're into that. Waiting for some adhesive so I put this molding back on. It's had outside in the winter and it was lifting right here. And I had some of that window urethane holding it on and I peeled it all off. Came with like it had a gray hood on it that was just primered. So that's kind of a Volkswagen thing, make it look rusty and shitty. It didn't rain last night. Welcome to day 3 of total tank farming. It's totally a blast. Totally having fun. Look at how dirty these guys are. The waterworks crew. Highway just washed the highway truck. That's what happens when you wash it. You can tell who pans to win. Must be what you get when you have a lowrider. Driving so fast the puddles splash out in front of you. I know you're driving fast. Dude, the mosquitoes are bad. Like, I literally stopped at a stop sign last night and I had mosquitoes all over my truck.
Get him the push. Whatever you need, you're looking good for line here. Clear. Straight back about 1.5 feet here, and you're right on line. Yep, right there. Right there. Take the tank to your drive, that is.
Yeah.
Can you possibly offset yourself a little to twist it into the drive kind of thing? Basically, I want to move the whole tank to your driver's side. So I'm thinking we'll just twist this back end in, and then I could probably tweak it with the cast off the end of the skid.
I can't turn.
Okay.
I don't know, what's that gap look like here at the front? Did I gain anything? Probably not.
Use a plank or something with them. It's got to go over about 3 inches. I can use the cat. Pressure. it and put tender in. Get on that. Yep, mine's looking really good. Okay, come back. We got to come back about 6 feet, Jared, and about an inch to your swamp side. Oh, okay. Really good. We're going to come off. Get it out of here.
What? Is this one going on the end anyways? What's up? What's up? Why can't we... What?
It's a bigger tank, not that one.
To your driver's side, just a hair frontwards. Yep, right there. Get down there. It's below the edge of the notch. We got to come back probably at least 10 feet, and then about an inch to your drive car swamper side. Inch to your swampers. Yep, go to your swampers a bit, Gerald. Either.
Drunk style.
Uma ameaça foi detectada. Uma ameaça foi detectada.